At the age of 18, she was taken to her stepfather's house by her mother. She was unhappy at first and was shocked by the scene in front of her. A huge villa with dazzling crystal chandeliers and even a swimming pool built in the house. Coupled with this cool luxury car, the luxury was simply terrible. But this could not make her happy. Until the man in front of her appeared, her life became diverse. This man was her stepbrother named Nick. What kind of sparks will happen between the two? The story begins. Noah wanted to go to the refrigerator to find something to eat, but was frightened by the man in front of her. Her cell phone fell to the ground. She wanted to pick up the phone, but was given a fierce look by the dog. Nick was very interested in Noah, the sister he just met, and kept teasing her with words. Even the dog wanted to bully her, but Noah was not to be outdone. Seeing the dog barking at her, she hid behind Nick and wanted to hit the dog with a frying pan. Noah has a violent personality, and it was this action that made Nick very curious about this sister. After Noah, who was teased, returned to the room, she was not angry about Nick's behavior just now, but a smile appeared on her face. In the evening, in order to celebrate Noah's arrival, G's father booked a luxury hotel for her. Her mother thought she would wear the luxurious dress she prepared, but she didn't expect the rebellious Noah to wear a black dress directly. G's father saw Ziquan's beauty and her amazing figure, which stunned Nick. He stared at her. When Noah walked past Nick, he teased Noah's expression. Noah was very interested in this sister and kept teasing her in words. It was this. When several people came to the restaurant and sat down, both of them spoke very aggressively, and Nick was scolded by his father and had to shut up. Nick had always acted perfect in front of his parents, but he didn't know that he was a playboy on the contrary. After a while, he wanted to leave on the grounds that he had work to do and deliberately threw away his napkin and said to Noah after saying that he wanted to turn around and leave, but unexpectedly, Noah also wanted to escape from here. Coincidentally, in order to enhance the relationship between siblings, his father asked his brother to send his sister home. Noah disagreed, and Nick was also reluctant, but his father did not give Nick a chance to refuse. Noah's mother also agreed with Nick and drove far away. In this way, the two sat in a car. The reluctant Nick started speeding, which scared Noah's heart to jump out and kept scolding him. Nick said that he had a bad temper and only his mother could stand it. Noah said directly, "Well, you haven't got a girl." It was this sentence that stimulated Nick, and he braked suddenly and walked to the passenger door, dragged Noah out of the car, and threw Noah halfway on the road with one step on the accelerator, causing him to fall violently. In this dark night, there was no village in front and no shop behind, and he suppressed his fear. Noah was waiting for a car to arrive and give him a ride. Fortunately, a car arrived soon, and Noah successfully got into his car. He didn't expect that the man was Nick's friend. He learned from him that Nick was in a hurry to go to the party. Noah followed him in anger. After arriving, he realized that this was a gang party. The rough-looking man in front of him was the boss of the blue gang, and Nick was the boss of the red gang. The two gangs were sworn enemies. Noah walked carefully and soon saw Nick watching him passionately with one beautiful woman after another. His big hands were still moving around dishonestly. Noah was shocked, but also looked disgusted. Then he walked over and slapped him in the face to vent his anger for being abandoned in the middle of the road. Nick had no choice but to pull him aside and educate him, and even leaned in his face, which made Noah's heart beat faster. After Nick teased Noah, he walked away coolly and ran to play various exciting games with the beautiful women. Noah was angrily partying on the side. There were all kinds of people at this party. At this time, the boss of the blue gang, Big Ronnie, glanced at the people next to him, holding a cup of Coke and a glass of wine and inviting Noah to drink with him. He wanted to refuse but was embarrassed. He took a sip and found that it was also wine. He was thirsty and had no choice. When he wanted to take a second sip, Nick slapped him to the ground and drove the man away. Noah blamed Nick. After learning that the drink was drugged, he wanted to spit it out, but he couldn't. Soon Noah began to feel dizzy. Nick in front of him looked at him and drove him back helplessly. Under the action of the drug, Noah was already drunk and kept teasing Nick, but he was unmoved. After returning home, Noah could no longer walk. In order not to alarm his family, Nick picked up Noah and walked upstairs step by step. Noah also began to be in a trance and kept talking nonsense. Nick looked at his cute appearance, with the corners of his mouth slightly raised. He gently put him on the bed, touched the tattoo beside his ear, and touched it lightly with his hand, but was pulled away by Noah. What Nick didn't know was that he had an unfelt side to the girl in front of him.